Good morning, Kingsley from Digital Profiling, back with you with part 2 of the series. Well, there's only 2, but we'll call it a series anyway. 2-part series in the 2 of the missing ingredients in agent profile or agent videos. Now, the second part, last week we learned what it was all about as being consistent and persistent. Consistency and persistency. We need to do that in order to have these videos that are going to be effective as we want them to be effective. So today what I want to do is touch on how do you become consistent, how do you become persistent? Because the reality is, if you do this and if you do the videos well, not only will it help you reach more people and make you a lot of money as well, it can also save you a lot of time, which we'll get into in just a minute. How to actually save time by doing this, by being consistent and persistent. Because as a real estate agent, you've got enough going on. You've got enough plates spinning around in the area, fires that you're putting out, all that sort of thing going on right now. So how do you add something else into that mix and it actually save you time and possibly make you some more money? We'll talk to you about that. But before we get there, have you subscribed to the channel yet? Our YouTube channel, hit on the subscribe button and click on the bell, because then you'll know and the notification will come through, let you know when we got some more good information up here. Also on our social media accounts, Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn, you get more information there. It's not just what comes here. We've got a bunch more of information comes out on those platforms on a regular basis as well, which can also definitely help you. So just a few pointers on how you can actually make that happen for you. So number 1, decide on the videos that you're actually going to produce. So for example, you might want to do a video on mortgage brokers. Every 12 or every month, obviously, the RBA brings down their decision as to what's happening. So that might be one. You say, you know what, every month I'm going to organize with the mortgage broker or a financial planner to be interviewed or to interview them on what's going on with the rate changes or the way the rates are staying where they are. And you can even bring in some other interesting things as well, as far as what's happening with the economy that's going to affect things. If the banks aren't passing on all of the rates, then what's that going to do? How does that affect me as a homeowner when I need to go and look towards my future and my plans? If I can invest, if I can't invest, what else can I do with the money? How much money extra am I going to have in my bank account? What does that really mean for me? So going a little bit deeper as to what's happening rather than just the rate changes. Market update, what's happening, what's selling, which houses, which types of houses, which price bracket of houses is selling, which ones seem to be sitting a little bit longer, all that sort of thing. Going in there on those types of things. Are you going to do maybe some foodie videos where you visit a restaurant once a week or once a month and talk about the different food that they've got there, interview maybe the manager or the chef or someone like that? There's a whole bunch of different videos that you can do, but if you decide which ones in advance that you want to do, a bunch of these videos you can actually do a little bit ahead of time as well. But if you know which ones you're going to be doing, then you've got that plan, that's in your calendar, you know what you need to do, you know where you need to do it. Because half of the thing with our planning is the fact that we need to think about the planning, we need to think about what we're going to ask, we need to think about how it's going to happen, and then putting a strategy behind it. But if we sit down and do all that initially, you don't need to do all the thinking, you just need to line it up and make it happen. So for example, part 2 then is make time. Book a bunch of interviews. So you might sit down, whether it's you, it's an assistant or someone else, you can sit down one day and for the next 2 or 3 months you can have all mapped out with exactly what days and times you're going to be doing these videos, what days and times you're going to be interviewing certain people. So they're booked in, you've got other people booked in, and if you have that all locked in, you don't need to worry about it. Everything's there, it's in your calendar, you just follow it. If it's in your calendar, the chances are it's going to happen. If it's not in your calendar, chances are it ain't happening. So if you put it in there, it's locked in for 2 or 3 months, hunky-dory, you're all off and running, things are going to go well. So that takes a lot of stress, a lot of pressure off you straight away. And the third point to that is when you are going to be doing videos, why not do a whole bunch of them at once? So if you're doing a bunch of interview style videos, maybe they can come to your office, you can meet them at their office, you can do whatever, you might be able to have a few people booked up, lined up all at the same time. If not, do one after the other anyway. So you actually go from one to the next. If you're going to be using a lead magnet, such as what's the 10 things I need to do in order to maximize the price of my house, then that's a perfect lead magnet. Goes out there for Instagram, for Facebook, and you can put it on other platforms as well if you're wanting to do that. That's a little bit more technical later on. But you can do those sorts of things, put that out there, and then get all people's email addresses and use that as a database. You can actually then reach them again on Facebook, Instagram, etc. as well. There's a whole bunch of ways you can do all that sort of thing. So that's a lead magnet. You might do a thing where with a shop or a cafe where you might do a $50 giveaway. So it might be a like and share this post, and people go in the draw to win that particular prize. You're promoting the cafe, you're promoting yourself, and you're reaching a whole bunch of people that way as well. More people get to see you, and then you're actually reaching more and more people again as that happens, as they start to like and share what you've got happening there. So there's so many different things you can actually do with this. It don't cost you a cent. It's just a matter of being forward thinking, planned, know what you're doing, setting that specific time apart, and getting it out there. So I hope that's helped you with how to be consistent and how to be persistent and how to put some plans and strategies in place so you can actually be persistent, save yourself a lot of time, and actually reach so many more people than you might have otherwise been able to reach in any other forms. Because remembering, video is incredibly personal. It is a great context, it is a great medium because it is very personal, and you're reaching right to the heart of people who are actually getting to see you, know you, like you, and trust you as you go along. Now, if you want some more information on this, or you're not sure about a couple of things there, just let us know. By all means, happy to help however we can. You might want to jump on our Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, one of those or all of those if you like. Like us, follow us, because there's a whole bunch more information that comes out there than just what we share on these videos here. And on top of that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, maybe subscribe, click the bell so you'll know there's another video up with some more really good information that you can know about, find out what's happening around you and in your area, and how we can help you do what you do better. Have a fantastic day. Look forward to catching up soon.